Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Here are the pretest problems. Please click the pause button and try to solve it for yourself. If you can solve the first problem for yourself, then you are ready to watch this video. In case you can't solve the problem too, don't worry about it. I will tell you what the synthetic division is and explain to you how to use it in this video. Okay, then let's take a look at the main problem. Today's problems are focusing on how to do factoring. I will introduce to you three types of different factorizing ways by solving the problems. Here are the first and second problems. And here are the third and fourth problems. Problem 3 is very typical problem in South Korea, but it's not so simple. Problem 4 is about synthetic division. If you don't know what it is and how to do it, you are going to get to know by watching this video. Alright, we just looked through the four problems, and I will give you the solution of the problems very soon. Before watching the solution part, please try to solve those problems for yourself. That will always enrich your mathematics skills. In 7 seconds, I will give you the solution. Here is the problem 1. Factor the polynomial expression. I would like to give you the two tips to factorize this kind of a polynomial expression. First, try to find the common part of the expression. Once you found it, then substitute the common part as others like a. I will show you what it means. Please look at the red line part and the green line part. If we expand them, we can get some common parts. Let's do it. Rewrite the polynomial like this and expand the red line part and the green line part. Then it becomes like this. Now we can find the common part, which is x squared plus 5x. Let's substitute them as a. Then our polynomial becomes a plus 4 times a plus 6 minus 99. Expanding them gives us a squared plus 10a minus 75. And this is the form that we can factorize. It can be factorized a plus 15 times a minus 5. By replacing a with x squared plus 5x, we can get this form. But is it the end of the solution? We have to check if the two parts x squared plus 5x plus 15 and x squared plus 5x minus 5 can be factorized more. Let's check the first part, x squared plus 5x plus 15. How can we check this? I hope you already know how to find the roots of quadratic equation. The curriculum is quite different from country by country, so I'm not sure that all of you already know this. Anyway, if we use this definition, it turns out that the first part has no solution because inside the square root is negative value. Meanwhile, the second part has two roots like this because inside the square root is positive. Having two roots means that it can be factorized. So the final solution of this problem is this, such a long expression. Do you understand the process of solving this problem? If you want to solve more practical problems, here is one bonus problem that you can try to solve. Please try to solve it for yourself and understand how to solve it. Okay? Then let's move to the next problem. Here is the second problem. Factor the polynomial expressions. I also want to tell you the tip about how to factorize this kind of polynomials. Substitute x squared as a, or try to add or subtract something to make a squared minus b squared form. I will show you what it means by solving the problem. Let's take a look at the first part. If we substitute x squared as a, the polynomial becomes a squared minus 7a minus 18. It can be factorized like this. So it becomes x squared minus 9 times x squared plus 2. X squared minus 9 also can be factorized as x minus 3 times x plus 3. So the final answer is x minus 3 times x plus 3 times x squared plus 2. That's the solution to the first part. Okay? Here is the second part. If we add plus x squared y squared minus x squared y squared, it is equal to the original expression. Okay? And this can be factorized as x squared plus 2y squared to the power of 2. By factoring these rules, we can write them like this. This is the solution to this problem. If you'd like to solve this type of problem more, here is the bonus problem. Okay? If everything is clear, then let's move to the next problem. Here is the third problem. This is one of the typical problems of factoring polynomial in South Korea. Let's solve it together. There is a triangle and the three sides of a triangle are A, B, and C. If we satisfy the following equation, then what kind of triangle is this? Our goal is to figure out which type of triangle. Then let's factorize the equations. If we have to factorize this kind of complicated form, try to summarize in terms of one particular letter that has the lowest order. In our case, orders of three letters A, B, and C are all the same as 3. So let's summarize this in terms of A. If we write in descending order for A, then it becomes like this. The blue line part can be factorized by B times C. So we can write like this. Okay? If you can't understand, please click the pause button and follow it slowly. And these two parts can be written like this. So the equation becomes like this. It looks more complicated, but it's just one of the steps for solving this problem. Now let's focus on this blue box. B minus C is the common factor. So this blue box part can be written like this. And this blue line part is nothing else but just B plus C squared, right? So the total equation can be written like this, okay? Here, the blue line part has a common factor A squared and red line part has a common factor B minus C times B plus C. If we factorize them by two common factors, our equation can be written like this, okay? Here, this part, A times B plus C plus BC is also a common factor. So our equation is written like this. We know that this blue line is B squared minus C squared. So finally, our equation becomes AB plus BC plus CA times A squared plus B squared minus C squared, which is equal to 0. Now we finish the process. it was a long calculation. In order for the left-hand side to be 0, either AB plus BC plus CA or A squared plus B squared minus C squared should be 0. But we know that AB plus BC plus CA should not be 0 because they are all positive values. So A squared plus B squared minus C squared should be 0. It means that the triangle is a right triangle by the Pythagorean theorem. This is the solution to the problem. If you go back and try to do this for yourself, it will be so helpful to improve your calculation ability. Is everything clear? Then let's move to the last problem. Here is the last problem of this video. This problem is about synthetic division. This is useful when you need to factorize high-order polynomials like third order or fourth order. I will show you how to factorize them step by step. Step 1. Try to find the numbers that makes the polynomial 0. In our case, if we put x equals to 1 into the polynomial, it becomes 0. So we found the number, which is 1. Step 2. Write like this. These numbers indicate the coefficients of the polynomial. For example, 1 is the coefficient of third order term, 0 is the second order term, minus 3 is the first order term, and 2 is the constant term. This number is the number that can make the polynomial 0. 3. Computation. I will show you how to compute it. Write the same number here. Then multiply two numbers and write the result here. Now add the two numbers 0 and 1 and write the result here. Again, multiply these two numbers 1 and 1 and write the result here. Again, add the two numbers minus 3 and 1 and write the result here. Likewise, multiply these two numbers 1 and minus 2 and write the result here. Finally, add two numbers 2 and minus 2 and write the result here. If you compute it correctly, the last number always should be 0. Do you understand how to compute it? Please try to do it until you can understand this. The meaning of those numbers is the coefficients of the remaining polynomial after being factorized by x minus 1. This means that our polynomial can be factorized like this. Each part is coming from those values, okay? And this part can be factorized as x minus 1 times x plus 2. So our final answer is this, x minus 1 squared times x plus 2. This is what we call synthetic division. Here is still one more problem. Please try to solve it for yourself. It will be good practice for you. How did you watch this video? We were focusing on how to factorize the polynomials in this video. Factoring is very important and basic skills of algebra, so you should know how to do it precisely. Please go back and try to solve all the problems for yourself. It will make your skills stronger. If it was helpful, please click the subscribe and like button, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye bye.